Good morning, everyone. I thought I'd just share with you a guided meditation, visualization. Maybe there's some elements of hypnosis in there because I've watched quite a lot of hypnosis videos on YouTube and I've taken inspiration from them in the way that they make associations and drop elements in there. And I think hypnosis is a lot like a guided meditation, but it's just all designed to give you a really easy time to sink into those deeper states. So it's just, I wonder if it's too easy, but it's very effective to get into deeper states. And I'd also like to introduce a little bit of what I've learned from Goenka recently. About non-attachment and lack of craving and sensation and craving in particular. So I'd like to play with some of those concepts in what I do. So I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a wild ride. It will be twists and turns. Like, I have a very creative imagination. My imagination goes to all sorts of interesting places. So it's almost a bit like you're following me on a dream. It's like you're following me on a dream that I'm having. And like, you know how weird dreams can get. Well, I can easily have something equally strange as a dream that I share with you, that has the same quality of a dream, like that things shift and change and sort of like they're always not what you think they're, you know, they're always well, it's just difficult to say what dreams are doing, but there's definitely a certain quality about dreams, and I think you can tap into that same quality during your conscious waking awareness with the power of visualization. So let's try and get started, shall we? We'll do a little bit of body awareness first. And I used to have a huge hang up about body awareness because like I never approached it in the right way. I always jumped into like fixation on my body too quickly, but a much better way of approaching it is shifting from the space we're in already. I mean, I mentioned the body, so there will be some awareness of the body and maybe some of those usual habits and instincts related to body awareness have kicked in. So I'd invite you to just be aware of that, to let that be part of your experience, to let me talking to you be part of your experience, and to relax and let go. So just think of your body, just a brief thought of your body. Just how was that? And then maybe you can stay a little bit longer with your body now that it's appeared into your awareness. I mean, what parts of your body are you aware of when you start connecting to your body? I'm aware of my solar plexus and the coat that's going on my belly, the pressure of the coat. So now in a similar way to how we thought of the body, we're going to think of the breathing. So just have a brief thought towards breathing. Just briefly touch in with your breathing and let that be an element, like a little drop, like you're not putting the whole bucket in, you're just putting like a little drop of water by becoming slightly aware of your breathing. And then you can spend a little bit, now it's appeared in your awareness, you can just start to tap into how your breathing fits into this space that we're in here together. How does breathing fit into this space? So you might be aware of an in-breath or an out-breath at first. And then it continues. So just breathing in and out. In and out. And just really slowing down and becoming aware of your present experience. How caught up you've been in the intensity of life. Just take a moment to relax from that. And just be here right now. And just experience how things are. Just experience the nature of things. Yeah. And okay, so this is the element I wanted to get in about craving. You can notice when you're craving for something. You can notice it. And what craving is it's wanting things to be different than they are now. So if you tap into that craving, you'll also notice that there's a sense of moving away from the present moment. Craving is moving away from the present moment, moving away from how things are, moving away from the sensations that you're having. And like it can be a very blissful, idea that you can crave for. And like, I suppose the trouble is, like that might happen and it might not happen. That might happen and it might not happen. And it probably won't happen exactly as you're craving for it. Because the more you crave, the more you get out of line with reality. The more you crave, the more you lose touch with the nature of reality as it is now. But then the craving is part of reality too. Once you've been craving, the aftermath, you cultivate something and it's a sensation. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about, craving. So we'll go back to the meditation. We'll come back to the breath. Breathing in. At your own time, in your own pace. Don't force it to match my words. I'll leave plenty of space to breathe in and breathe out at your own pace. So just breathe at your own pace. Breathing in and breathing out. In tuning into the nature of the world around you. Tuning into all the sensations that you're having, all sorts of sensations throughout the body and even surrounding the body, in the mental plane, all sorts of sensations, all sorts of sensations. And they come in response to stimulus a lot of the time. And those sensations keep us so busy. We really get occupied with what happens with those sensations. So just observing the sensations of the breath, in and out. Okay, now as promised, we're going to have a little bit of fun now. We're going to do a bit of guided visualization. And we'll see if there's a lesson to be learned about craving. I don't know if this will arise, but we'll see if there's a lesson to be learned about craving as we do the guided visualization. So start by imagining a chair, a spotlight. Nobody sat in the chair. A stage. A stage. Expansive. Curtains on the stage. And all in the middle, that solitary chair illuminated by a spotlight. You can hardly see anything else. The spotlight's so bright, shining down onto that chair. Shining down, casting rays of beautiful, glorious. Oh, you can just see it sparkle, the light, just as it comes down. You can see the light sparkle as it comes down onto that chair, onto that chair, onto that chair, and fills the chair with light. The chair is imbued with light. It's a sort of place that some holy being, some angel or some architect would come and sit down. And it's almost singing now, like there's clouds of dust, white, not dust exactly, but like cloud dust, like dust from the heavens, like just fog, is just flowing around the bottom of the chair. And you can see the blackness beyond the chair in stark contrast to how bright and radiant the chair is. It's getting warmer. And the blackness out there is so cold. It's so cold. In the stage, I mean, you could just imagine standing in the darkness of the stage, away from the chair, and it would be like standing away from a fire in a gathering. It would be like walking off into the wilderness and being cold. But there are the curtains. And the curtains stream down with their own form of radiance, their silk, velvety blue. And you'd only really experience this by going into the darkness. But the darkness is so inviting, the cold, the bitter cold. Feel it invigorate your system. Feel it get into the deepest parts of you. It's like being in an igloo. It's like having a warm coat on and breathing in the cold, snowy air and breathing it out and feel it go all through your lungs and wake your lungs up. And you're breathing this cold, snowy air at the back of the stage. And the interesting thing is, now that you're there is some light shining on you. The spotlight is just as bright as it was before, but some of that spotlight light has diffused. Is it the same spotlight? Or is it a different kind of light? It's very interesting. It's like daylight. It's like daylight. Yeah, daylight. It's like daylight. So yeah, it's kind of got fairies in it, this daylight. It's like having walked into some magical garden and walking out and just having a little trail of pixie dust follow you. Yeah, anyway, that's the end of the guided visualization. It felt like there was some sort of wisdom or truth to it. I'm not sure what it was, but I wonder if on some level I was influenced by Goenka in coming up with that visualization. Although I didn't directly introduce any of the concepts from Goenka into that visualization, I wonder if that's my subconscious talking after having been exposed to Goenka and responding to the stimuli. Anyway, I think we'll wrap up this video now. So let's just come back to the body again. Let's just come back to the body. What you're aware of in your body now. Just relaxing into a bodily workshop. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.